Go.
Boom.
Live.
Another winner. Chicken dinner.
All right.
All
Hello,
right, baby.
Lionel.
Live in the
Hello,
lock.
everybody.
Oh,
now you speak. And then I'll speak.
Oh, now I speak?
And then you speak. And then I'll speak.
Oh, my God. It's so fun already. I could just pee my pants.
What do we got? I hear a commercial. Hold on. Oh, no. Nice to hear it.
Hold on. There we go. All right.
I took care of it.
I had your window. I was looking in your window as opposed to down your drawers.
Everybody, it's Lionel's birthday. If you're watching, it's Lionel's birthday.
So are we gonna do the whole like show me your birthday suit thing? Are you gonna like spank him?
Happy birthday to you,
President,
and many more.
Wop, wop, wop.
Hey, Dan.
Dambo's waiting patiently at the Cool Kids table. Thank you guys for coming by. Good to see you, Brian, Blue Room, David, and Daniel. Boom.
Let's wait about 3 minutes and then we'll go into super topics.
Oh, well, because with super topics, then the super chat and the I mean, I get it.
No. I was
already right
talking about that.
Oh, I'm not begging for money.
No. Danny, I was going to say let a few people show up and pop into the room, and then we'll start talking about all this craziness that we always talk about.
4 a.m. in Hawaii, shaka bra.
8 whole people watching on mine, so
8
that's
whole.
Nice.
You know what? This is a family show.
8 EIGHT watching now.
8. Did you hear that message I sent you about how Steven Tyler always used to do sound checks?
No.
It was so bizarre because, you know, like you said, so guys, we were talking back and forth before this, right? And we were just like joking around saying 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 check 1 2. And for whatever reason, it flashed in my head. Steven Tyler, whenever he used to do sound checks, he would always get on the mic at 1 2 1 2 Kate. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you know, but like, what's he gonna do? Say his daughter's name? Kate. And I'm going, what phonetics does that like pull it off? Greetings, Denmark. Stuck in Florida's over here. Awesome sauce. Good to see you guys. And well, I'm not going to ask you how long you want to go. Because
how long? Well, no, let's just do this. At least maybe an hour. I'm sure you and I can get through an hour and no problem. And we'll just see what's going on. If we have something to talk about and people have some questions, then we'll do that. Hey, Kelly, what's going on? Hello, Stuck in Florida. How is it going? But yeah, I think we just play it by ear. Like,
so Stuck in Florida is awesome. He clearly has like at least 2 to 3 monitors in his house because he's always on my stream and your stream at the same time. The guy's a friggin' IT rock star. Ron
West. That's a good question. If you have more than 1 monitor, please give a thumbs up to both of our channels.
Because
you have 2 monitors.
My ego is fragile, dude. I mean, I need some thumbs. I am all thumbs.
Why is every time you put something that way, it's so creepy when you say it that way?
Because I'm not wearing pants. Burn that into your brain, Baldy.
Tonight is potato chips from Thailand. These potato chips, I can't pronounce the name because it's written in Thai, but they're very, 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 very good.
Dude, the most awesome thing about the fact that Thai potato chips are made with corn. Like, what the hell? Why do they call them that?
I'm going to have to get a whole bunch of sponsorship stuff for when you say something wrong that I can just shove it in front of the screen. Look over here. Look over here. Nothing to see over here. There's nothing to see.
Pay attention over here. Billy, good to see you. What happened? Did I run out of morning coffee? You kidding me? Absolutely not, dude. Might be time for a Diet Coke over here. That could just be good. Stuck in Florida on the phone, flipping back and forth. What are you kidding me? How many people you got on there now? Like 270, 280?
No. I think I'm at 103, 102, 101, DJ, 101, 102.7 FM.
DC 101. That was one of the more popular stations that Howard was on early on.
103 FM, the jazz channel that drinks too much coffee.
Dude, you know what? Okay, so I'm 14. I'm in my first radio gig, and what is it? I'm playing jazz music. And you have to love the craft if you're willing to do that, because I was like, you got to be Kazumi Watanabe. Like, who listens to that guy?
Kazumi Watanabe. All right.
9:05. It's time to talk.
What do we want to talk about tonight? We discussed it. We were thinking about the first time, what our experience was like the first time we ever came to Thailand. And mine was completely different because I gave up everything, bought a one-way ticket, and just showed up. But you came over here. You came to Thailand. Your first experience was a holiday or what?
Yeah, absolutely. It was my first holiday. And so basically, guys, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to talk about the contrast between his experience, my experience, how my experience is probably a little more similar to the general populace, and how there are certainly people that, shave their head and come over here from Florida and start their lives that way. But yeah, so it was one of those deals where I had been being bugged continuously from a buddy who had been coming over here since 2000. And he's like, dude, you got to check. Oh my God, look at these girls and all this. I mean, he was literally showing me like actual pictures, like film, because they only had film cameras back in 2001, right? And, they had to write letters and all this. He's like, look at this. And I was like, I don't know, man, a 12-hour flight. Yeah, all the excuses, right? Well, then I sold my house and I was completely debt-free. And, of course, the greatest thing about being debt-free in America is you got plenty of room to build up debt. And so I was like, he's like, dude, you should seriously go to Thailand. So yeah, it was basically my first vacation. I had no idea what to expect. And for me, actually, that's why I was like, okay, this crazy Thailand place, like this third world country or whatever, all the nonsense that I had heard from other people that had never even left America. But they were like, watch out for the lady boys. I got that from guys that had watched.
Yeah.
Right. 2 or 3 TV shows. And they're going to give me like advice. I'm like, come on, guy. So that's why I stayed at the Marriott, because I'm like, I don't know, like this crazy, Bangkok place, and so I made a reservation at the Marriott, and I land here at like totally middle of the night, probably like 12:30 in the morning. And I get to the Marriott. It's probably like after I got my luggage, it's probably like 1:30 in the morning. I walk into the Marriott, and this is probably December like 15th of 2012. I walk into the Marriott, and what is in front of me but a 50-foot Christmas tree. And I'm like, this isn't friggin' Buddhist. Like, what the hell? I am like, this isn't Thailand. I'm like, son of a, I'm like, all right, fine. So I go up and, I check in and everything. And I was getting like some special rate through IBM or whatever it was. Anyway, so she checks me in. And then I go up to my room and I come downstairs like the next morning for breakfast. And like literally 3 people in a row said my name. They like knew my name. And I was like, wow, that's pretty good customer service, whatever. Dude, every single person in that hotel, and it's not like I'm the only American dude in the Marriott, but it was really, I mean, the customer service, like from the second I got there, I was like, man, this place is amazing. So that was like my first night. But what about you? When did you get here? Like, what was your first night experience?
All right. So no. Well, no. Okay, so
what do you mean?
It was
Ladyboy. Is it a ladyboy story?
No.
Totally talk about your ladyboy stories.
No, there is no ladyboy story. What happened? My story is so completely different. There was no holiday, so everyone. It's just I can't even relate to your story. There was no. I never owned a passport. I had never went to any exotic. I had not even been to the Caribbeans. And in America, that's like, oh, we're going to go abroad to the Caribbean.
2-hour flight, from Texas.
I'm going to Jamaica. We're going so far away that you got to get on a boat. And
I love Jamaica.
You're not even in the country. And I was like, wow, I need to go to the Jamaica or somewhere
to test it out.
So I never had a passport. I ordered a passport. And ironically, today is the 5-year anniversary that my passport arrived in the mail.
Okay.
And as soon as I got the passport, I got in contact with the immigration office in Miami and got my visa to enter Thailand.
Tourist visa.
Yeah, just a tourist visa for 60 days plus the 30 extension, which made it 90.
Mm-hmm.
But so I was sitting at my local restaurant that I go to almost daily in Sarasota, Florida. And I'm telling my friend, I said, I'm getting ready to go to Thailand. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect, blah, 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 blah. And the couple sitting next to me said, our son lives in Bangkok.
Nice.
And I said, you're kidding me. She said, no. She goes, would you like his email address? And I said, sure.
Yeah.
And so this wonderful couple made their son, he was okay with it after meeting him. We're friends now. But he picked me up at the airport and
At what time? When did you land?
It was like 11:30 at night.
That's not so bad. Okay.
It wasn't too bad, but it was an evening that I landed, and I got to stay on his couch for a couple nights, and then
couch surfing at what age? Okay.
What?
Nothing. No judgment.
No. Him and his girlfriend, and I was there at their house or their apartment, and I got to stay on the right on the river, Chao Phraya River. So I woke up in the morning. One of the first pictures I ever took.
Oh, nice.
The sun coming up in the morning with the tugboats pushing the barges going down the river. And I'm like, I don't know what I've done, but it's cool.
Because you were planning on staying no matter what, or you were just like, no, I'm just going to go on a vacation for 90 days.
No, I had planned on vacation. It was just a vacation because I had just gotten fired from my job. And I said, I don't know if I want to do this type of work anymore. So I just want to go and check this place out because just like you, people had told me,
you got to go.
Got to see this place.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I said, there's no way. I don't have any plans on traveling. I'm a financial advisor with a big banking firm company, and I'm making a lot of money, and I'm not going to. What?
I am very busy.
I'm fired. What was that place that you told me? I'm really interested now. Is it cheaper there?
Yeah, exactly. Because Florida ain't cheap.
No, I went to Thailand to experience it for 2, maybe 3 months, and then I was going to come back and reevaluate my whole entire the rest of the career future.
All right, so first day you wake up, you do the thing, and then you hung out with him for like a couple of days. So what did he do? Did he take you to like his favorite restaurant, like your favorite breakfast place in Sarasota, like he took you to his place?
Well, they both worked. So I was pretty much sitting at the apartment by myself. She went to work and he went to work. And that evening we came home. They came home and we all went out to a nice place by the river. And we had, what's it called? Basically the
hot pot,
the food, hot pot, but with the water is around it. It's not the hot pot, but yes. So we're cooking the food in the hot water, boiling with the coals on a pot that's made of clay. People, I'm not lying. It's so just.
That's awesome.
If you dump it over on you, you have been burnt and you have to go to the hospital. But it's right there.
Yeah. All right. So what side of it were you on? The Icon Siam Paragon? I mean the Icon Siam side, or were you on Asia
Siam side?
Siam side. Okay.
Nope.
Asia Teak's the same, actually. I guess it's on the other
side. Asia Teak's on the is that west?
East side.
It's
east? Straight down. Yeah, it's straight down on the east, and then Siam is on the other side, the new one.
Oh well, I was on the other side.
Okay.
I thought it was on the west. So we sat there, we had dinner, and the next day that he had off, he took me down to where he had stayed at a business apartment, which was not cheap. Now that I reflect on it, I think it was 7,500 baht a week.
For what?
No, after I left, I got to Bangkok, I stayed in an apartment that was 7,500 baht a week.
Where? Like right on the river, like the 40th floor? 7,500 baht a week.
7,500 baht a week.
Dude, $1,000 a month. Nice place.
It's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, but if you're on the river.
No. It's a dump. It was a dump.
Seriously. Where? Tell me exactly where.
You know where Labua Tower is?
Yes.
All right. Well, if you were on the 40th floor and looked down, you would see me at the bottom.
Oh, you were okay.
It's location.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. Well, how long did it take you to get? Did you walk to BTS from there? You probably couldn't walk to BTS from there, right? You had to take a motorbike.
You can walk to the BTS. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Right there next to the Robinsons. Right. I mean, right in the middle of everything. I mean, it was pristine, but I didn't know. I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know how much it was supposed to cost me.
Yeah,
and I was just there, and I stayed there about 2 weeks.
How much crap did you get from anyone who had thought they had knowledge about Thailand about how much you spent? Because when I was like, dude, the Marriott was only like $150 a night. They were like, okay, dude, that is like $1 million to a Thai person. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
No, I get over that now. It bothers me more now than it did then. Then it didn't matter because you would keep speaking in dollars. You wouldn't speak in baht.
No, totally. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you just did a quick conversion. You're like, yeah, whatever. It's 100, 200.
And one of the biggest jokes for the weekend millionaire over here is, hey, it's only $20. Only $20.
Yeah. It's 1,000 baht. Big deal.
1,000 baht, man. I don't care. The taxi cab costs 1,000 baht. That's nothing over here. And I'm like, dude, that guy has made so much money that when he sees me next time, he thinks, oh, I can get 1,000 baht. Ooh.
Okay, so I'm at the Marriott, the JW, and I send a message to my buddy.
JW.
Well, right. I mean, you know where it is, right? You're at Soy 3, right?
Yes.
So I'm there and I say to my buddy, I'm like, okay, so what do I do? It's like 1, 2 in the morning, whatever. I'm like, it's really dead outside. And he goes, no. Walk outside, walk down Sukhumvit and take the first right. Okay. So I'm basically going down the Soy where you're like almost at Nana Plaza. Now, before I get there, I walk down and I see this bright green ATM. I mean, everything is just like so amazing to me. I'm like, ooh, the ATMs are colored here. Awesome. I can stay, And so I go there and I put my card in, right? I get my Fidelity thing and I got it all, say, hey, I'm traveling. And so I'm like, not worried. And I go in and I couldn't really do the conversion real quick. And so it says, the maximum you can take out is 30,000 baht. And I'm like, oh, God, that's probably not a whole lot of money. I guess I better do that, and I'm like, oh my. So I got 30,000. Yeah.
People, 30,000 baht in your wallet. If it's a bifold wallet.
I needed like the jaws of life, basically, to get these things in my back pocket. So I walked down this street, okay? And at the time I had a girlfriend, but we were kind of just like, not in fact, it was funny. She goes, all my guy friends tell me that when you go to Thailand and you come back, you're going to break up with me. Yep.
All her guy friends.
Yes. Yeah. And they were like her brothers, those kind of friends, or whatever. And I even met them and they even said that they're like, dude, you are going to love it over there. You're going to come back. You may not come back. I'm like, oh, what? And I'm like standing right next to her. Right. Anyway. So I walk down the Soy. And it's probably about 2:15, 2:30 in the morning. And so Nana is basically letting out. So I walk down that Soy where there's that bar, that Irish pub, basically where the Nana Hotel is and where the Hooters is now, right? So I walk down there. It is filled with girls. And I get on my phone and I'm about to call Sherry and they're all over me. Okay. And I'm going, no, I'm thinking this Thailand place is looking up.
I like Thailand now.
I'm like, really nice. They really like me. Right. Because I mean, dude, let's face it. I mean, I don't care. I've been to some pretty insane places in the US, but I've never had that experience. Okay. And
no, absolutely not. If you've never been here, you will. It's explainable the first time you get here,
No.
and the girls, they can smell it on you that you're brand new.
Oh, dude, big time. And I probably, and I had hair kind of at the time, and I'm sure it looked like bonkers because I was on the plane for the last day. And so I'm like doing this. I just called Sherry, and I'm like, hey, and so there's all these la 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 la, and what are they saying? Sexy man, the standard, like where you come from, where you stay. Of course, I'm like, where you staying? I'm like, oh, I'm staying at that like white thing over there, the most expensive hotel within a 5-block radius. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's just one of those Marriott places. And so they're like, oh, I go with you. I'm like, you go with me? Like, are we going to go play? What? I got no idea. But they're like screaming at me. And I'm like kind of digging the attention because they're all, basically like this high. And so I'm like, honey, I'm going to call you back. And to tell you how much of a creep I am, I don't think I called her back for a couple of days. Did you just get some money? I just heard some change.
Well, okay, yeah. So Robert and Brian, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike. Okay. Coach change.
Dude, we talked about the rules. The minute the money comes in, you make the noise. Okay.
Honestly, it happened so fast, I didn't see it, and I was just thinking, okay, I will wait till we get through with the story. But I want to say, Robert and Brian. Brian's a new member. Robert,
very cool.
Super chat. So thank you very much. Thank you guys.
Awesome, dude. That's totally rad. And I just want to acknowledge.
Go ahead.
I just want to acknowledge for 1 second Daniel, who asked me about how difficult it was to get Gracie out of the Philippines and get her visa. I will totally get to that. I promise. And the other chats, obviously, guys, it's gonna take us a while to figure out how to get to this appropriately. But so anyway, so back to the story. So I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Now, I had heard about this whole ladyboy thing, meaning that I knew that they weren't like these, because let's face it, a ladyboy in the United States, like a transvestite, basically. They look like a circus freak, right?
Whereas, hey, simmer down on the name calling there, buddy.
Look, I'm from Southern California. Nothing surprises me. Okay, so
I'm not saying that I disagree with you, but I cannot concur with you right now.
Do you concur?
Because you could be offending circus people.
That's true. They would be like, I don't smell like Mrs. Jenner.
You really need to pick your words carefully there, my friend.
That's what I do on a daily basis. I definitely pick words. And so I'm like, oh my God, so I'm thinking, okay, I've heard that they're kind of attractive. But you want to talk about the first interface with the phrase, the most beautiful women in Thailand are men.
Yes. And
so I'm like, this is crazy, right? So anyway, so I sit down and I go to get some new. Oh, because so this one girl, I thought, she's like, I go with you, and I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. What? Because I don't know what that means. And so she takes me down the street past that Shell station, and there's food right there on the street, and she's like, let's eat. And I'm like, awesome. So I sit down with her. She orders something. And I'm sitting there on this tiny stool on this metal table that's bent everywhere.
Plastic stool, right?
And plastic stool with a little thin metal table. Right? Yeah. And this woman brings over some food or whatever. And I'm not stupid. I realize, okay, we're not going Dutch treat on this one. I get how this works. Okay. So, and I'm like, well, how much? I'm like, how much could it possibly be? I got 30,000 baht in my pocket. Plus, we're 2 meters from the ATM. I'm good. So brings over the food. And I'm sitting there, and literally by the third spoonful of food that I'm eating on the sidewalk in the middle of a busy, dirty city in the middle of the night, some of the best food I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, okay, this soup is really good. Do you know this woman? And she goes, well, no, we could have gone here or there or another 10 meters and I'm like, okay. So we're talking. Anyway, so we talk for 2, because it's jet lag, right? So I'm not going to sleep. We talk for 2 hours. It's dark out. We're sitting there talking. And I look.
But she spoke English perfectly, I guess.
Of course. She's in Nana Plaza. Her best friends are foreigners, right?
Yeah, you never know.
And it's fair. Okay. Well, she's probably from an upper middle class family, and she was probably just finishing off her master's degree. Or anyway, so we're talking and it's dark, right? So but I'm starting to get used to the light, and then we're talking. I'm like, oh, this chick's pretty cool, So then I look down at her and I'm like, wait, do you have is that a Adam's apple?
Oh no.
And so I'll refer to her as she like gets all like concerned. She's like, yeah, I'm Ladyboy. And I'm like, no, you're bull. I said, absolutely not happening, right? But dude, 2 hours. Talked to her for 2 hours. Had absolutely no clue. So that was my first night in Bangkok. Makes a hard man humble.
Hey man, hit the ground running.
Totally. Absolutely. And then I got up the next day and then some other person showed up and I'm like down having, the buffet at the JW. Yeah. And I'll never forget, the girl sits down and I'm like, well, just order whatever. Cause I mean, I think it's included or maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. And again, I'm basically vacationing in Thailand as if I just left San Diego. Okay. And if you have a hotel room that costs less than $300 in San Diego, it's a dump. And so I'm thinking, this is free. This is like, no money. And I'll never forget, she ordered like this little muffin. And I was like, don't you want like more food? She goes, no, it's very expensive. And I was like, I just didn't get it. I didn't. How long did it take you to be like, whoa, that's like 200 baht? I mean,
for the buffet.
No, for anything. Like the minute something you were like, I don't know, it's 200 baht. It's a little steep, Whereas at the time I'm like 1,000. Like, okay, I don't have any Kleenex. Let me blow my nose in this 1,000 baht bill. Shake it. Take your money maker.
Hey, Bob. Welcome to the Squirrel Membership Club. There's going to be some prizes going on with the Squirrel Membership Club coming on pretty soon. And I don't. That's
guy
a southern
asked me.
voice.
He asked me, how tall was the Ladyboy? Great question. She was short. She was short.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that was awesome because I was like, well, this will be a fun story to tell, my buddies or whatever. All right. So anyways,
to answer your question, I came over here with 4,000 US dollars. That's what I brought.
Okay. All right.
With the intent of staying for 3 months and hoping to get a teaching job or something. If not, just go back to America. I didn't have a plan, but I had a process. I had something I was looking to do.
Something.
So I didn't spend any money hardly on anything. And every baht, I didn't understand the transference at first is dollar to this and this to dollar.
I mean, 30 to 1, it's easy math, but still you don't have the concept, right?
No, and so I didn't know that the room I was staying in was so expensive. And then the next room I stayed in was 600 baht a night.
Okay.
And then but then I had friends that just said, "Hey, you can stay with us." And we'll work out a arrangement. And it was a whole lot cheaper to stay with them because there was like 6 rooms in the house and they already had 3 or 4 tenants already.
Oh, okay.
So that worked out. But the first time I started paying attention to how much everything cost, I guess was when, honestly, I went with my GoPro camera and I went to Labua Tower where they filmed The Hangover to make my video. Because I have to do it. I have to do it.
Gotta go to The Hangover. Sure, right? Yeah.
And they said that one beer was going to be 410 baht, and I just went
U.S. price.
Yeah, that's 12 bucks.
12 bucks. Yeah, 12 bucks.
Yeah, and I just went, we won't be doing this much.
How long had you been here when you finally said, okay, $400 baht for a beer is too much? How long had you been here?
Just several weeks, probably not even over, maybe just over a month. Because once I got settled into the house, I felt comfortable. Because there was zero way that I was going to go to an expensive bar when I was here. Well, people forget I didn't do YouTube when I got here. Sonny Schellenberg, he said go buy a GoPro camera and a software package. And so I dropped 1,000 US dollars
Oh, right. Yeah.
on a
GoPro.
credit card
Yeah.
to get a camera, a software, and a computer to start this. And I'm so happy that I did. But
Totally.
I was taking the biggest chance ever. And I just tell anyone, you never know when the chance is going to pay off, and you never know when the chance is going to fail. But I took the chance. It was so scary. Everything I've done is so scary.
It was scary. I mean, come on, dude. It's not I mean, like
Dude, I
worst
gave
case
away
scenario. You
everything.
fly.
I gave
Yeah.
everything in America to Goodwill. Dude, there's nothing I have back home.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty entrepreneurial, so I'm just like, oh yeah, absolutely. But
Well,
in any
you're
case,
optimistic. You're optimistic.
very
And
optimistic.
most people aren't. And of course, a lot of people have not hit rock bottom before, or a lot of people have not hit a bottom and thought, well, I can bounce up from that in any level. And
Yeah.
I am that mentality. Dude, you could take everything in the world away from me, and I'm going to come back. But a lot of people can't give away. You have to understand that a lot of people in America possess a lot of stuff.
Yeah. No, trust me, dude. I used to have a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah, the amount of George Carlin said it best. The amount of crap that we store is ridiculous. And
place for my stuff. Yep.
So I did not have to give all that away at once. So my story is a bit longer, but that was why it was easier for me to just completely cut ties and stay here.
I'm trying to think how long, because obviously, or maybe not obviously, but many of you may not know. But what happened for me is I came over and then I just kept, like, I've never done this before, you guys. Like, I've gone somewhere on vacation and then I immediately came back to that place on vacation. Like, I've never gone, like, Walt Disney World's amazing. Okay. Like, I've been there and I've done the Epcot thing and I got the tour underneath in the tunnels, the whole Disney thing, everything. But I've never been like, oh my God, I got to go back there. I left here after 3.5 weeks. I stayed in Maui for like a week and then hopped back to San Diego. And I'm like, okay, I've still got 2.5 weeks vacation. I'm like, I'm going back to Thailand. Like, I didn't last 3 months back in the United States. I'm like, I am because again, the whole time I was on vacation. And then I returned and I was in Maui for a week. I spent money when I was in Thailand, but nothing compared to the amount of money that it cost me to live in Maui for a week. And so I was like 3 weeks in Thailand. It was free.
Oh, so well, what's it called over here? It's called a monthly millionaire, like
2
a
week
month millionaire, 2 week millionaire. Yeah, they come over here and they're going to drop $1,000 US a night, and the girls are they're ringing the bells. They're buying all the food they can eat, delivery pizzas, taking the custom minivans with the girls. We're going to rock this place. And what's really, really funny is they have a good time, but they think that they're the first one that thought of that.
Really? I don't know if I've ever met a guy that was like, oh, dude, you're not going to believe what I did. I like met this girl. And I'm like, okay, what?
They always seem to they always seem to be like, you know what? I'm going to buy everything on this food cart and I'm going to deliver it to all the Thai people on the street.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
And I'm going to show them that I care. And I'm like,
save the world. Yeah.
It happens quite a bit, but it's a good feeling for the person doing it. Which is it gets really confusing because a lot of the guys that come here and they spend that much money very quick. Either one, they're just younger guys are really just having a good time.
Totally.
Older guys are trying to be more thoughtful, and they're trying to. They wish that they were giving the money to the family to sustain something longer, like an investment. But the Thai people don't take money as an investment.
No, absolutely not. That's true.
Thank you today. And if Buddha gave this to me today, he will maybe give this again to me tomorrow.
If I'm good. Yeah, if I do the right thing.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. So I'm trying to think how many. So I did that. So I come back. So here's, not only did I come back, I didn't even last 90 days in the United States. Not only did I come back in less than 3 months, I came back for Songkran. Okay, because I had heard of this like crazy water festival thingy. So I'm like, oh, I am doing this. Now, to be fair,
it's
before I left Pattaya on my first trip, because to be fair, I came to Bangkok for about 4 days, and then the remaining of that 3 weeks I was in Pattaya. Here, let me give you an example of how inexpensive I believed it was, and really how inexpensive it was. When I was in Pattaya, I had 2 hotel rooms. I had a condo and a hotel room rented at the exact same time. Because I'm like, oh, well, I might not like this one. It was so inexpensive compared to anything I had ever bought. And I've stayed in like 1-star hotels in Corpus Christi, and and it's like, but I was just amazed at the price. I remember sitting down with a bunch of guys who had already lived here. And I remember saying to these guys, how do you guys, you must be living the dream over here. I mean, everything over here is free. That was the thing that just blew me away.
Yeah.
The price
Except
was
beer, but you don't drink, so okay.
Absolutely right. Yeah. No. And when I would go out with, girls that weighed 40 kilos, I'm like, okay, how much are they going to possibly drink anyway? and so it was not a big, I will tell you, probably the most expensive. I'm trying to think the most expensive night I ever had. It was probably in Pattaya. I spent New Year's Eve in Pattaya. That was epic.
Me too. Me too.
When?
Yes. 2016, 17, I think.
Oh God.
Or
were you on
15, 16? It might have been 15, 16. I'll go back and look at my video, because my video is that's when I got the Mike Tyson tattoo.
Oh, okay, right. Yes, kind of like in the Hangover. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, that was New Year's week.
Okay, that was a while after. Yeah, I had already been cut. Yeah, I was like, this is amazing, because I mean, because they at that time there was none of this. Oh, you can't, light off lanterns. They were like, no. In fact, I'll tell you what, light these lanterns off, aim them at the jet engines. In fact,
yeah, burn the house down.
Burn them. Absolutely, yeah. In fact, if you can, like, just have it land in some brush, that would be excellent. And it was just over the top crazy. And then I came back for Songkran. Now, right before I left Pattaya, 2 days before I left Pattaya, I give you an example of how much I was like, oh, so what's it cost to rent this motorbike? And the girl's like, oh, I don't know. It's like, 5,000 baht or something like that. I'm like, all right, whatever. And she goes, yeah, but I really like it, And I'm like, well, how much is she selling it for? She's like, well, she wants 20,000 baht or 25,000 baht. I say, tell you what, I'll give you 10,000 baht right now for this motorbike. She goes, no. There's no way she'll take it. Now, I had been in Pattaya enough to kind of like know that. And I'm like, trust me, you walk over to her right now and you tell her 10,000 baht. So I bought this motorbike. So then I got this motorbike. I take it up to Pratamnak Hill, right? And I go up to the big sign. And I'm cruising around. Of course, I got my flip-flops on, no helmet. And I'm like all over the place. Had a great time. The next day, friend of mine, she's on the back. We go over to Jomtien. Driving back from Jomtien, I'm sitting there on the motorbike. I'm driving. She's behind me. I'm behind a bot bus. And those metal things, like the frame of the bot bus where the guys lean? Okay. So I'm sitting there like literally right behind that angle silver part. And we're stopped right before the flyover when you go between Jomtien and Pattaya, right? I'm sitting there. 30 minutes later, I wake up in the ER in Pattaya City Hospital on Soi Buakhao, right? Like literally right down the street from where Kev used to have his at the Hideaway.
Meetups, yeah.
Yeah. I look up. My friend is on my left. My blood is on her sweater. And of course, I'm like, what happened? Right?
Yeah.
So that was that. So a motorbike accident, right? So check, so then it was a pain, but I was fine. The whole bill was like $13, believe it or not, at Pattaya City Hospital.
Well, I do believe that.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. They did like a full X-ray. Everything was a phenomenal care.
And that was a Thai hospital, a government hospital. Yeah, because that's where I've had work done on when I went down here to Patong Hospital is a government hospital, and then we have your upper levels and your Bangkok, and then your higher levels, and it gets more expensive. But yeah, I've had surgery done. 2-hour surgery on my back at a hospital here, and that was 2,000 baht, which is
$80.
yeah.
No, $40.
No,
Wait, how much? $60. $2,000.
it's not $100.
Roger that. It's not. No, it's not a copay. For Christ's sake, it's not even a copay.
Although, okay, so just one moment here.
Oh, go.
Joseph, welcome to the member club. Welcome to the member club, Joseph. Okay, that's about it. I don't know where this voice is coming from, but let's get ready to rumble.
Oh God, no! There we go. Copyright infringement, and you were all worried when I was playing Billy's Fire.
Welcome to Squirrel Team 1.
Squirrel Team 1, I love it. Gotta get like a little squirrel. Gotta get like that thing from Caddyshack. I was gonna say, yeah, you have the Caddyshack thing, don't you?
Just start doing this, you know.
Yes, absolutely. There he is.
Comes by.
Oh my God, another beanie baby.
Squirrel Team 1. Squirrel Team 1. Hey! There we go. I'm trying to get it. No.
I remember when I had my first beer.
Squirrel Team 1. Squirrel Team 1.
Dude.
Oh my God.
You need a bath. So, anyway, so I come back, right? And I'm like, okay, fine. I got in a motorbike accident. I won't get in another one. So I'm here for Songkran. So you know how, like, when you're in Pattaya for Songkran and you're like cruising down either Beach Road or Second Road on a Song Tao, and it's are we echoing?
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, good. The Song Taos, I mean, on Songkran, they move, they just inch along, right? So I'm on Second Road and I'm taking this bot bus. And you know how, like, it seems like they're always Australian, but for the sake of argument, we'll just say they're men from Australia. They have like these giant blue bins of ice water, and they start throwing this. That. Oh, I hate it so much. I'm in the back of this bot bus. It's me and one other guy. These guys huck, and it had so much pressure, and it was so cold. I like literally stood up. I'm like, ah! I fell out of the back of the bot bus. I roll like 3 times. All the cars, of course, thank God, stop behind me. So now I'm like, oh my God, this is my second friggin' accident. I got my knee. Hey, Steph, good to see you. I got my knees all cut up. I got blood all over me, and I'm on my way to Sabai, which is Second Road and Soi 4, I think.
Yeah, not sure.
You know what I mean. Anyway, so I'm on my way there, and I'm like, I can't go into that bathtub with all this blood on me. So I have the guy drop me off. I walk into this bar, and these women, you know exactly what they did. They rushed over to take care of me.
Oh,
one of them,
yeah.
And one of them goes next door. She gets all this, like, literally, isopropyl alcohol. They come over, they're cleaning me, and I'm like, I can't. And then again, I'm not stupid, right? I'm thinking, okay, this isn't going to be free, but this is a hell of a lot better than going to the hospital, right? And gratefully I didn't need stitches, but man, I mean, I was like, it was really. Now you've done Songkran where? What's
I've done Songkran. I think. Well, here and Bangkok, and that's it.
You've never done Pattaya?
No. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, holy crap. Last year when Kevin was sick. Yeah. So I've actually had Bangkok, Kamala, Phuket, and Pattaya. And when I was in Pattaya, I have to say, Kevin and I went in he had a truck, and I was happy. Yeah. We had the windows up, and like,
right, no. Sure.
We went down Soi 6, and
your truck?
Yeah.
Who the hell drives down Soi 6? Dude, that's insane.
You don't drive. You pretty much put it in neutral, and the people just push it down the road. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh my God, that's crazy. Damo, yes, you are correct. I'm just going to respond. That's all I'm going to say to his comment, but he knew where I was going with that.
I'm going to say Matthew. Thanks to Matthew is saying safe health to both of us, and well wishes.
Oh, thanks, man. That I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Matthew.
Guys, I know that there are a ton of comments that I haven't even gotten close to it, I really apologize. But we're kind of just like going back and forth. It's kind of like a talk show thing. We're gonna figure out a way to get to the chats though. But to all you guys, thank you so much for coming by. At least from my perspective, I'm sure I speak for Rob and he says the same thing.
No, absolutely. I enjoy doing the live streams, but
awesome.
I do want to address something. It's I don't know if many people will be able to hear it at this point in the live stream because we're 45 minutes in, and some of the people that do not like my live streams probably are not here right now.
Okay.
But I've got some feedback from people that were saying, "Hey, Rob, we'd really like you to go back to doing your videos as well as the live streams, but we like the videos more than the live streams." I just want to tell everybody that we're still in a lockdown situation, and also during the day, I can go out, but there is nothing to see. Maybe you guys want to see nothing, maybe, but that's my mentality is there's nothing for me to go out and show you. So I kind of have that writer's block with the camera when people say,
make the noise. Nico Greco just gave me $5 to the account.
Nico Greco. Wait a minute, it's your guy. You, Nico Greco.
That's okay. Nico Greco, another winner. I got to get a sound.
Nico Greco.
He's awesome. Actually, he is literally the first person that has ever given money.
And now I got Nathan. Nathan
okay.
signed up tourist level. Nathan Enrico Greco. Oh, thanks, guys.
Absolutely, you guys. That's totally awesome.
Hold on, here we
go.
All
right. So, what were you gonna? Very nice. That's good. Yeah.
And another one here.
Habot.
Another one here. Okay, there we are.
So, if you guys haven't noticed, Rob is actually a fun drunk. There was good response, guy.
There was 3 things that I wanted to say all at the same time, and my brain went Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete.
Well, it's a depressant. It's basically a gateway.
Well,
beverage.
when you sit at if you're sitting at home by yourself, only drinking beer and having a live stream chat with your friends around the world on a computer, not too much reason to be angry.
There you go. Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not an angry. I am not an angry drinker by any means. And if I am, it's usually an underlying issue, probably with a woman.
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to drink at her. That'll show her. Yeah.
Oh my God! But I tell you, even in Thailand, folks, be careful of road rage, because in Thailand, I did not know this. I just found this out today that most of the accidents on the road, I know I sound naive when I say this, are alcohol related.
I mean, you do, but I'm surprised. Seriously, until this week, you didn't know that.
Until they lifted the ban and 78 people died in one day, which is more than the whole coronavirus has killed in one day on traffic accidents after the lift of the alcohol ban, and it was drunk driving related.
Yeah, no, 71 on average, 71 people die every single day in Thailand from alcohol related, from traffic fatalities, the majority of which alcohol.
Yeah. Yes, which I did not know it was. I guess I just didn't look into it enough. I didn't know it was just alcohol.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because I thought, guys, there's so many crazy drivers over here. You don't even think about alcohol being a part of it. But when you add the alcohol to it, imagine a young Thai guy on a young sporty motorbike, and he's drinking with his pals, and then he's just, and then,
No, dude, look at when we grew up. I mean, I can occasionally I go to a room where other people will share about their experience drinking and driving. So let's just throw that out there as a possibility. But here's the deal is that, in the last 20 some odd years of hearing these stories, it's like it started out with, oh, yeah, I got this DUI and it cost me like a couple of $1,000. And then, the cop drove me home or whatever. I don't know what it is in like Florida or whatever, but I can tell you in California, you get busted drinking and driving. You lose your license for a year. It's going to cost you almost $30,000. When I was a kid, if I had said that to somebody, oh yeah, one of my friends or whatever just got busted for drunk driving and he's gonna lose his license for a year and cost, you would have been like, what are you talking about? That's like having SPF 100 in the 70s. I mean, that didn't exist. I've seen a lot of things here in Thailand that are basically about from 10 to about 30 years behind the United States. Give you a great and drunk driving enforcement is a great example, I think. The other example, trash on the side of the road. When I was a kid, there was trash on the side of the road, and then there was that commercial where the Indian, right, the American,
the one tier,
the one tier. The guy was Italian, as it turns out. In any case, well, he's an actor, of course.
You ruined my childhood memory.
Oh my God, Ronald McDonald was black. Did you know that? Anyway, so, the original Ronald McDonald was an African American. Okay. Right.
No, really?
I'm giving you bad data right now. Dalmo, $5. Shake the can. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Don't break it, baby. Another winner. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So anyway, I'm over in Cha'am, right? And I'm on this pier and I'm looking out and there's like, trash and stuff in the water and garbage. Now, that doesn't exist anymore. That is not, the Boston Harbor is clean. When I was a kid, it wasn't. And there's no trash on the side of the road because if you litter on the side of the road in California, it's $2,000. Dude, I used to be a smoker. I've thrown cigarette butts out the window driving on the freeway. $500. So, yeah.
Wow. Well,
but it could start a fire,
Yeah, but that's the only way to make a point, unfortunately, in America is to really, really put it to the wallet.
Yeah, well, no, absolutely. I just wanted to also say the guys that super chatted me. Nico says I might boot off to Manila in October. I don't know if you'll be able to get into the Philippines even in October, buddy. And then Damo says Rob can't have all the fun. Shake your moneymaker. So I appreciate it, guys. That's great. But no, I think and then so what's going to happen eventually is that they're going to believe that 75 people dying a day from certainly, let's say for the sake of argument that like 50% of those people were from alcohol related, when in fact it's more like 90. But they're going to get to the point where it's just like, no, this is too many. This is absolutely too many because that's what happened. I'll tell you, if you don't, there's another thing you probably don't know. You've heard of Mothers Against Drunk Driving?
No, I know this.
Okay, it started in my hometown because the mothers were like, okay, this needs to stop. And then, of course, it just exploded all over the country, right? But before that, before I was in high school, if someone had said Mothers Against Drunk Driving, you'd be like, yeah, my mom hates it when my dad, or whatever, right? But it's a really big deal. Now, I don't know what's going to be sort of the litmus test for success here, meaning, is it going to be 200,000 baht, or is it going to be a year in jail, or is it going to be? I don't know what it would be to make a young kid say what you and I say, which is, "I'm drinking tonight. No way, I'm driving." You and I just say that like we say, "I'm going to put a hat on because it's sunny. I'm going to wear my seatbelt." We just do it.
No, because as the way I describe Thailand, and I stand by this. Thailand, to me, feels like what it would be like living in the 50s in America.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So that's 50 years away.
Maybe. You got to remember, like, things are adopted quicker, I would submit now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know. I don't know what it's going to take, basically, for that to change because, well, look, here's the other thing too. Don't forget, 250 people die every single day in the United States from alcoholism. Okay. And Southern Comfort's doing a booming business. So,
I didn't even know that.
And it's, so how many people die? Approximately 1,000 people die every single day from smoking in the United States. And you can still walk down to the street, buy a pack of cigarettes. So, look, but that's fine. People die. A lot more people die of diabetes now, too. But I just bought more McDonald's stock. Anyway, okay. It's a business. Wow. They're not in the hamburger business. They're in the real estate business, and they're excellent at it. They're in the real estate, and they're in the leasing.
Guys, if you did not see that movie, you saw that movie, did you? Like,
it was an excellent movie, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
one of
Founder.
the best movies I have ever seen in my entire
Yeah.
life about real life and real people being fair to both parties as best they could. You disagree?
Well, I mean, Ray Kroc was an absolute douchebag to the original.
Yeah, and
McDonald's brothers.
they still made him look good in the movie, good and bad.
Yeah. Yes. Now, don't forget, dude. Hollywood is a machine. Okay, and the Joan Kroc Foundation gives an enormous amount of money to the same foundations that all of the incredibly rich producers in Hollywood give to. I can tell you right now, University of San Diego, one of the biggest buildings on campus is the Joan Kroc building. She gave us 35 million bucks and she said, put this together. She went down the street and she went to the YWCA and she goes, here's $25 million. I dislike this pool. Fix it. And so it's, I mean, an enormous amount of money. That said, you know, whether it's karma or whatever, at the end of the day, you know, there's always stories about guys that like screwed people over that are now trying to make amends for it. And I commend them for that.
All right. I want to get back on a Thailand topic.
Go.
So when you first came to Thailand, you told us the story about your 2-hour date with a lady boy. That wasn't a date. It wasn't a date. Your 2-hour conversation with a lady boy.
I love that story.
And no, it's a great story. I mean, it's awesome. What made you say when you got back on the plane to leave, what was the reasons that you said, I have got to come back here? Or did you? What did you think?
So, okay, so I'll answer all that. The first thing is that, you know, that story I told you when I like walked down the street and I walked down past Nana and all the girls were like, ah. At that moment, I said to myself, I'm going to retire here. I'm going to retire here before I'm 50. I was like, this place is amazing. And it was like, oh, yeah. Kind of like, you know, you land in Maui. Oh, my God, the beaches are amazing. I'm moving to Maui like 2.5 weeks from now. No. So there was that. But then after being here for like 3 weeks, I mean, it certainly isn't the reason I'm here now. But back then, easily 51% of it was the girls. I was like, these girls are amazing. Because, dude, the delta between their behavior and their personality and their looks compared to like Southern California. I mean, dude, look, I'm not saying there's not silicone implants okay, but I mean, in Southern California, it is ridiculous to try and find a real woman. Ron West, $2. Shake it, Rob. Shake it. Love you, live chats.
Ron West. Ooh, Ron West.
Okay. So,
I come up with a
as you can see, the alcohol ban has been removed at Phuket. And we're starting to see the effects of that clearly. No judgment. No,
I'm just getting more comfortable with the live streams.
Dude, I think you're awesome. You know I love you. So there was that. But then there was also the cost of stuff because, so pretty open kimono. And I don't think my mom is probably smart enough to not watch this when I start talking about girls. But I had the standard Thailand experiences, right? So I did that for the first time, this for the first time, and then I started meeting like really cool girls that were actually like, you know, the good girls, not bar girls. And I was still like, oh my God, your personality is like even more amazing than this one who just wanted to hang out with me for the money. Fine. But I came back to the US and I was in the habit of going to about anywhere from 4 to 7 conferences a year in Las Vegas. Okay. And part of those were funded by big IT companies. And so what would happen is they would rent like the whole nightclub, right? And you're talking about like XS. Like XS is the most profitable nightclub in the entire world. It is in Las Vegas. It is at the Wynn Encore down at the end of the strip. 25 million bucks a month. And it's just amazing cash. They don't make that much in profit, but they do. Anyway, so it's very expensive. And like bottle service is like 25,000 bucks. Okay. So you get like this room, so I go to Las Vegas and, you know, as you might guess, there are girls there that are looking for money. But it's different, as you know, right? That whole paradigm in the United States versus the way it is here. So anyway, so the short answer is I tried to basically try and duplicate the experience that I had in Thailand in Las Vegas. And after $2,700 of being nowhere near what it was like here, I'm just like, I'm done. Now, again, it wasn't my money. It was the company's money. The guy was like, but the point is that it was just like one of those deals where like everything over here is reasonably priced, right? Like I'm not distracted by the cost of it. Now, okay, so I sow some wild oats, fine, and then that goes away. But then it was like there is so much opportunity over here. I mean, I would submit that there's more opportunity in Vietnam, but there's a lot of opportunity in Thailand. And there was a lot of entrepreneurial like money that was coming in. And yeah, Rob, you're right. And it was a different time in Thailand, but did you just pause? I'm here. Can you not hear me? I can see you just fine.
Yeah, I think there was a break or something right there. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see it's still streaming.
Yeah, well, no, it's still streaming. It's not your fault, but there was a weird cut, and then you were just like, boop, and it seems like I didn't hear the end of some sentence or something.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah. So anyway, so it was like, okay, great. That like the people over here are amazing. The cost of everything is like incredibly cheap. But it was just, I mean, it was so, well, it was the temperature too. Like I love hot and humid. And, even Southern California, like the minute it's below 70, I'm like, get me the hell out of here. I got this guy, Damo. Are you shaking it?
James, thank you, James.
Nice work.
James has donated to the cause of the can shaking. If anybody wants to donate to the cause of the can shaking, I don't know why, because this is a very annoying sound. But anyway.
So yeah, the other guys are like, you got to get a sound effect. I'll try and actually I'll ask you guys to vote on what you need. And I was going to ask you that as like a longtime YouTuber guy. Do you have like funds? Like I found it was really, really cool when me and the subscribers that I have, we were basically working on this one fund. And the minute I got to a certain amount, I went out and bought a gimbal, which I got today in the mail, by the way, guys. So I'll be making a video really soon. But do you do that? Are you like, I mean, other than just like, yeah, I'll get this money and I'll like buy some beer. Like, do you do funds?
No, you know what happened in the very beginning when I opened up my Patreon account? I set goals. I said, if I get $100, I'll buy a something.
Whatever, sure. Yeah.
And as soon as I got it, I saw these people, just kind of like walk away. And they were like, well, you got what you wanted. And I said, okay, that's fine. Now, they didn't walk away from the channel completely, but they told me every time that you meet a goal, Rob, you always put another goal up. And I said, well, yeah, because that goal was completed. But they saw it as a negative. They saw it negatively. They saw, okay. So you met your goal, but now you have another goal. So you're always going to have a goal. No matter what you get, you're always going to have a goal, and they frowned upon it.
Because they associated it with basically just begging. Like, once I get this amount of money, then I'll just effectively beg for more money.
For more.
Yeah.
Instead of 10,
I guess I can see that.
Yeah, but if you so now when it comes to helping people, no, absolutely make a goal. I need $15,000 for Kevin or whatever it was.
Yeah, sure, right.
That's fine, and I'm not going to go. Oh well, no, well now we need 150,000. No, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for equipment, the people that gave me feedback told me, they said, we got you the GoPro, or we got you the camera that you wanted, or we got you something, but then you just asked for something else, and the feedback was negative. It just didn't come across warm and fuzzy. No.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Because what was funny is I said to a couple of the guys that were on the stream, I said, hey, so just so you know, like I one of you maybe jokingly or whatever, because of course my hands shake like crazy. They were like, dude, put this towards a gimbal fund. And so then, and I got the money and I got the gimbal. Well, the other day I was in the park and my silly phone died again, and they're like, okay, dude, battery fund. You got to, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get to the point where they're just like, okay, dude, you already have 7 umbrellas. Like, screw this fund, bro. Like, you just need to stop. but that's too bad. So you know what's funny about that? As I'm listening to you like tell that story, I say to myself, I would never think that Rob does that. And see, that's the rub, right? Like you and I here, we are like, we know each other. We knew each other before like the first live stream a couple of weeks ago or whatever. And you could have told me that story back then, and I would have been like, okay, that's weird. Like, did they not know you? Like I would submit that like for someone to give you money, they got to at least like know your personality enough.
And 90% of anyone that gives any support to the channel says, I don't care what you do with this money as long as you keep making videos.
Yep.
And that's cool. But for some people, and of course, with all the people, trolls and haters that trying to slander it. And I've actually lost a couple of people before because they got into someone's head and said, Rob is he's just drinking the money that you send him.
And they believe people,
and people come on. I mean,
all right.
Well, yeah. See, but it's easily to sway someone's mind. Exactly like, have you stopped hitting your girlfriends, with a chair? Have you, have you done?
Yes, exactly.
The
cross-examining lawyer.
Yeah. Right. But before we go, there was a question. Mike and Rob, there are a lot of cheap condos in Jomtien at the moment. Should I buy? My recommendation, Thailand Rob says, this is me, and I am not giving you financial advice. I would never buy a place in Thailand. I would only rent. That's my opinion. Mike, you can answer yourself.
Okay, so you led the question with there are a lot of cheap ... So that tells me immediately that you've done at least a mild amount of research, and at least in your mind, you believe, like you probably wouldn't ask us, Mike and Rob, there are a lot of overpriced condos in Jomtien. Should I buy one? So again, you've probably already made a decision to like what the value of that is and how you're buying it. I would completely concur with Rob's statement about the rental. If you're like me, okay, I'll just say like me, because what I do is I like have a place and then I grab Gracie and then we get on a plane and we go elsewhere and then we come back. So this is basically a rental thingy, and I want to be able to leave if I have to leave. If you're looking to invest money and you don't really sort of have it in your back of your mind, like, oh, I'm going to flip, like you're not going to flip this condo. Like you're not like making one of these like, dramas on TV or whatever, like you're going to flip this condo. But if you're like, okay, I'm going to put my money somewhere, and over the next 10, 15, 20 years, I would like that money to appreciate. If you're going to do that, don't buy any condo that's over 2 years old in Jomtien. Okay. Now, if you're also like saying that because in your mind, cheap means I get the condo and it's like a condo hotel, right? So like the management company is it's like almost like a timeshare, but when in reality, what you're doing is you're buying this thing and they're going to give you like 40 weeks a year of income guaranteed on that thing. And you're like, okay, well, that's cool. Like I can get 7% maybe, or maybe I can't. So I'll buy it for that reason. Or it's one of those condo complexes that I've looked at plenty of these in Jomtien and on Prantam Nak Hill. If you're looking at that, that's actually sometimes a better place, where you get an elite visa. So that could be a total win. Yeah, I'll tell you this. Yeah. When I came to Thailand for the first time, I went to Pattaya for the first time, and I looked at the price of all of the real estate there. I said to myself exactly what I said when I was there 2 months ago. I can't believe these will ever increase in price. Oh my God, Pattaya is so overbuilt. Mm-hmm. And I said that the first week that I landed in Pattaya. And looking back right now, I should have bought 27 condos in Pattaya in brand new buildings because I literally would have doubled my money. Okay. Now, again, I've also got the pre-corona lens on this one. Okay. I have no idea what the economy is going to do in the next 6 months. For all we know, Pattaya is literally going to become that family resort fantasy that like some of the government people had, and it's never going to go back to being a red light district ever. Soi 6 is going to be a nursery, and there's only going to be children that go up and down it. Who knows what's going to happen? But I will tell you something about Jomtien. The cool thing about Jomtien is that it's got a little bit less red light district in it. But again, it's very overbuilt. If you go there, you know where you come down on, like basically the bot bus or whatever, you come down on that street and it takes an immediate left. It gives that 90-degree turn right there on Jomtien Beach. Okay. There is a condo complex right there on that corner. And 5 years ago, that was the place. It was amazing. I've done a couple of videos from there from about maybe 6-8 weeks ago. I was sitting in the fountain that had like grass growing up around it. Okay. So just within like 5 years, if you were to try and sell that place right now, forget it. So again, it depends what you're trying to do. If you want to take some money and double that money, well, then learn how to do calls and puts and that sort of thing. And, look at the stock market right now. But if you want a place to live and you're like, well, I got to spend money to live somewhere anyway, and I want to stay in one place. That's the other thing, is that I'm not a stay in one place kind of guy. So I wouldn't do it. So I mean, again, if he comes back to you, I would like to know what he's trying to accomplish. I mean, in other words, people say, oh, I should buy a house in Southern California. Yeah, because there's a pretty good chance in the next 10 years it won't be worth less. Okay, so I get that. But do you want to be a landlord? That's the other thing too. I mean, I could have bought a whole bunch of property in Pacific Beach, California when I first moved there. Condos were selling for $38,000 and they now go for about $420,000. So, yeah, but I don't want to be a landlord. I do not want to be a landlord. I don't want to do that. So, I mean, there's a number of things you can do.
If you enjoy the channel, please give us both a thumbs up. That would help the algorithm. You can join Mike's. You can join if you want to. I don't know why you would want to. That's a joke, people. That's a joke.
Do you see this? This is what I did. I even told him, I said, Rob, please, if you're nice to me, I'll even shave my head. You can, I'll do whatever it takes, buddy, just to be your friend.
Well, okay, so I've never heard you do the three. What is it? The three YouTube things? Subscribe, share,
like, share.
Subscribe, like, share.
Only on Sunday. No, I don't know if I've ever said that. The only time I really wanted people to subscribe is when you and I were basically first hanging out, like meaning on the live thing. And I was like, I want to get to 1,000 because I want this community tab. Well, now I've realized that, like, when I post in the community, remember when I post in the community tab, no one gets notified. And I'm like, this is BS.
Oh,
like, why?
Let's talk about that.
Can you fix that for me?
Yes. Oh,
how do I?
Okay, so we'll do it in this video. I'm going to write down that the next time we do a live stream, we talk about this first.
The community tab?
Yes.
Because it seemed like people were somehow notified that I put a survey up there, because like I put this survey up there and I look back, like 24 people went there. But
all right, so everyone, what you have to do, you have to go. I know YouTube makes it so easy.
Oh, they're going to have to do something. All right.
So here's what happens. Let me look at who's got the thumbs up. We have 84 thumbs up on my channel. So
I've probably got 20 to 30, maybe.
First thing you need to do is subscribe to the channel you like. The second thing is ring the bell. The third thing is join the membership. No, that's a joke. No, I'm joking. So
it's all right. Whatever.
Subscribe. And
okay, so I got 32 watching and I got 25. Oh, thanks.
32 watching. That's pretty good. That's 10% higher. No, yeah, 10% higher than you were on the last one, I think. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Subscribe, click the bell, then go on your cell phone. Here is the issue, is the cell phone. I know YouTube didn't make it easy. So you go on YouTube app on your cell phone. Click on your avatar, not mine and not Mike's. Click on yours. Go to settings. I know, it sounds wonderful. In settings, go to notification and click all that I'm subscribed to.
And you can't do that in the website? You have to do it on the app?
Yeah, you have to do it on your phone app.
Oh, dude, we should be paying we should be giving money to the subs to have to go through this nonsense.
They should be paying the subs for this.
Yeah.
Listen, to get a notification on your phone, you have to sign up on YouTube browser, Click the notification bell. Go to your cell phone. Click on the YouTube, or excuse me, download the YouTube app. Click on your settings, not my settings, your settings. Click on notifications within the settings, and then click notify me to all I'm subscribed to. Is that not effed up or what?
Dude, that, like I've always said, dude, the worst thing you can do as any company is make it difficult for your customers to basically give you money. And it's like,
and this is Google.
Yeah. Well,
the
again,
number one website in the entire world.
Well, oh yeah. You're talking about a company that's You're talking about a company that's run by engineers and scientists. Okay.
And that's what happens. If you people, I'm telling you, Mike and I have worked for big corporations, and maybe you have too. And you know that you're the smartest one in the room sometimes. You just don't have that voice. And everyone around you has got their position and you just want to say, hey guys, you're messing everything up.
Yeah.
What are you eating over there?
I've done that. So here's what's interesting about the Philippines. If you guys have ever been to the Philippines, you probably have seen this brand. It's dried mango. But what's amazing, the best mango that you can buy in the Philippines is the stuff that they sell to get it outside of the Philippines. If you want to buy the best quality, yeah, it still says it on there.
Quality.
Export quality. Meaning, if you're going to get a really, really good product, we're going to sell it to people other than our citizens. I mean, it's so obnoxious, but yeah. So dried mango. What's wrong with that? How much?
Welcome, Daniel, to the membership page. Welcome, Daniel. Daniel to the stage. No, that's a whole different job back in the old days. Sorry.
Yeah, but the front stage right now. Oh, did I ever tell you about my job as a stripper?
Daniel to the stage right now. Let's give it up for Daniel. He's working for Tips and Tips Only.
Okay, so hold on. Your buddy, he came over here. I asked the John Tien question. It was more about picking a home base, in air quotes, something to throw 40 to 50K, not make money necessarily, appreciate you covering as much as you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, dude, if it's a home base thing, I would highly encourage you to do the rental thing, because like, I mean, I'm paying like $350 a month or whatever for this condo. And this condo, if they were to buy it, would probably be, I think she's selling for 2.1 million baht. And I mean, there's no way of, like, it's not like in the US, right, where you're like, well, mortgage payment, you know, on my 30-year mortgage and cover that like from the rent. I mean, as far as I know, $350, super low interest rate in the United States. $350 a month, that'll allow you to buy what? About a $7,000 house?
Yeah.
30-year mortgage, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 5%.
Yeah.
Anyway, good. I'm glad we covered it. Maple asks, Maple Leaf Dave. Okay, Dave, what are your ages? Look young for retirement. Do you live off interest of investments? I just turned 52. 52 or 53?
I'm 52.
Birthday. Mine's in March.
Mine's in October.
Did you seriously need to think about that, or?
No. The stream's cutting in and out on my end. I'm not sure about your end.
Oh yeah, one of my guys just said that. Aaron just said we're starting to cut out. How is that? Yeah. What the hell? Hold on.
I don't see a problem with the stream. It says excellent connection. Lion bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, that's what you get on live stream. No. At an hour,
dude. Did you see that liquid courage?
At an hour and 15 minutes on a live stream, Thailand Rob will curse.
Yeah, clearly. No, I'm seeing a little bit of jitter. And you know what's bothers me about that? You specifically reached out to their tech support, and I said, listen, We're in Thailand. I understand they're using Google Cloud Platform, if you know anything about cloud versus Amazon. So they're using GCP and they're using Cloudflare in the front of it. So there's anyway, the point is that I reached out to them and I said, listen, we're originating the thing from Thailand. Where should I send the stream first? Singapore, or should I send it to like the East Coast of the United States where all your servers are? Because it's just like, dude, this is so easy to fix. That's what bothers me about it. It's so easy to fix. I mean, there's fiber running underneath the ocean. We've got a solution to this. We don't have to go up to a. Aaron says he thinks it's the internet too, and it could be.
It could be the internet. But I'm thinking maybe. Well, I can't. I was going to say, hold on, James. Wait, James says dirty 30 birthday in July in Pattaya. A bad idea? No, it's not a bad idea.
No, I mean, you'll have the time of your life, dude. I mean,
you make sure you set up your Mike, what do you call them? Make sure you set up your friend zone to take care of you, because you need wingmen. You need wingmen. You need your support group there so that you don't go off the rails, because with an endless amount of money in Pattaya, with great money comes great responsibility. What was this? Spider-Man?
with great, yeah.
With
Rob, I see your message about OBS. We're actually not using OBS. We're using StreamYard. And so basically it streams inside the browser, and then from there it basically shoots it over to this thing called Restream. I've got OBS, but the laptop that's actually something that I'm going to buy, guys. I need to buy a much better laptop. The laptop that I have, the Windows 10 laptop that I have, it really can't run OBS with two people. And having two people on OBS is a complete pain in the ass, and it actually works really well with StreamYard. Daniel says my video is freezing. Guys, I tell you what, just do this. If it's bad and you think we should stop, just let me know.
Mike, it cleaned up for some reason.
Okay. I hope so.
Yeah, so right now we're back. But I'm with you. Let's just go like 10 more minutes, and that's an hour and a half. We can chill out. And
I tell you what, let me do this. Let me do to Daniel's question from a long time ago. I'll actually get to that in my next live stream, which is like, how did I get Gracie a US visa so that she could travel all over the world with me? But I also wanted to address a couple of things since we were talking about investing and that sort of thing. Can I use a brokerage account over here? Absolutely. I mean, literally right before this thing, I did not use VPN. I logged into Fidelity, and pre-market, I bought some Roku. Okay. So real world scenario. I can absolutely do it. They don't have a problem with it. There are totally some things where you should use VPN for, and there are some sites that I've tried to go to before that they're like, it's as if the server's not even running. I've had to use VPN, but I have a VPN. I use ExpressVPN. It works great. I just click on a button and I'm either in Texas or I've also used it in the United States because I like to watch Thai programming, and you can't watch Thai programming in the United States unless you're in Thailand. So obviously the VPN works for that. So it's not a big deal to do that. But iTruck1 also says the guy's in his 30s. He wants to go to Pattaya and make sure he has his will completed. Some form of health insurance. Well, I can tell you right now,
you have your will completed, guys. Come on, you can do your will by just write it in handwriting if you want to, but get your will done. Everyone get a will done. Come on.
Actually, I will tell you that anyone who travels, you have to have insurance. Do not get into the point where you ever have to make a medical decision based on the amount of the invoice. Just have it done. That is,
and because that's what Thailand will do. They'll bring you the invoice and show you before they do the treatment. They're like,
and if you don't have the cash, forget it.
You have to agree to it. They might do it and you can lie, but if you lie, they're going to take your passport, and you're never going to be able to leave the country until you pay it. And
I tell you what, here's the deal. If you're traveling, if you're not coming over here to live, I mean, if you're just traveling, travel insurance is cheap. Absolutely cheap. I mean, I'm over 50. I pay like $170 a month. Now, again, I can only be in one country for up to 30 days. But sorry, not 170 a month, 170 a year. And it covers me for like $500,000. I mean, it is ridiculously awesome insurance. So
I need 3 more thumbs up before I sign off. I'm not going to sign off if I don't
why?
get.
What is 3? What do you have
It's
a number?
It's 100 likes. I need 100 likes before I.
Oh, you've got 97.
I will just keep going all night long until I get 100 thumbs up. I'm not going to stop. I mean, forget that. You could sign off all you want to. I've got 7 cases of Leo over here. 7.
Oh yeah, that'll keep you awake.
I sent you the photo.
You're such a big boy. The big
No. When you take it away from me, fool me once, my fault. No, fool me once, your fault.
Here it goes. He's starting to slur his words.
I got 100 thumbs up, so I can quit now.
All right, that's good. You know, I will tell you though, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I mentioned this to Rob last time we did a stream because we did it at 9 in the morning on Sunday, which is fine. I mean, I'm at 110% and 80 miles an hour. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. And I'm probably a little bit more energetic in the morning, but I'm still pretty energetic right now. But Rob, definitely more energetic at night. Dude, at 9 in the morning, you were like, yes.
I know. And that's with 4 cups of coffee. But in the evening, I've had the 4 cups of coffee, the Coca-Colas, the water, and a few beers to pump it in. And I'm like, well, let's get ready to. Yeah, it is. That's why I was with
anybody. Like, does your neighbor like have to listen to this nonsense from you all night long?
Okay, so true story. Not so much, but so I drink the aluminum cans, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you know what that sounds like when you crunch them?
Yes, because you have to crunch them.
Well,
your manhood is at stake if you don't crunch them.
No, because I recycle them, I crunch them, and put them in a bag.
Okay.
So the other morning after the ban was lifted, and I had all these cans previously that I would not take out, I take all these cans outside, and I'm stomping up and down like a child on them to crush them, which makes the loudest noise ever.
At what time of day?
It wasn't bad. It was like 4 PM.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah.
But my neighbor comes out of the house like, what the hell is going wrong with my neighbor? He's jumping up and down on aluminum because I was trying to fit him in a small enough bag.
He hates these cans.
Take down to the recycle place down the road. And so anyway, yeah, my neighbors sometimes look at me questionably. Yeah.
But do you share a wall? That's my point, isn't it? Because I mean, these walls are
no. My house has no walls. No, it's completely.
Yeah, you're in a bungalow kind of thing, right? Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, no, I didn't because I'm in a condo complex, right? But you're like in different like bungalows.
I have a standalone. I have a standalone house. Well, in Kamala, it's either a house or a very, very most of the apartments are really just small apartments, like 1 or 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's in a house here. I mean, I pay 11,000 baht a month for a house, so it's not bad for a whole house. 2-bedroom.
Really? That's cool. That must be awesome.
Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's 11,000 baht a month. And it has its own well.
60 square meters?
Oh, I don't know.
You got a king size bed in each room?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably got like 65. That nice work, dude. That's good.
It's not big. It's fine for 2 people. Any more than 2 people, unless it was a Thai family, it would be.
Yeah. Well, what do you do with the second bedroom? Is it your office?
I was going. Well, I can't because the 6x6 bed, it takes up the whole room, so I can't do an office. So it's my walk-in closet.
Yeah, I used to do that too. I had a 4-bedroom house, in the second bedroom, dude, I would clean my laundry, then dump it on the bed, and then maybe fold it the next day.
That's exactly what it. Wow, I thought I was the only one who did that.
They're like, no, but it would be funny because people would come over and they'd look in the room. They're like, why are all your clothes here? I'm like, Yeah, but those are all my clean clothes.
Yeah, that's all my clean clothes. It's not the dirty clothes.
It's
And I was
bizarre.
thinking of making a studio, but if I did make a studio, it'd have to be in the living room because the bed takes up too much room in
Yeah.
the bedroom. It just there's not enough room for a studio.
Wall. Yeah, that's true.
We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this because the people are dropping off left and right, and I've got 115 thumbs up.
See, my guys would be like, "Look, Mike's going to do a 7-hour live stream. Bring it."
We can keep going. I don't care. You want to keep going? It's
No.
baby. It's
No,
your baby.
But here's what I think I'm going to take away from tonight. Well, first of all, it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I think Rob enjoyed it because he's going to either drink by himself or with me. So why not?
I enjoy any conversation we have.
Yeah, no, totally. No, absolutely.
With or without alcohol.
Right. So that to that point, I would submit that we should probably do this. If we're going to do it once a week, we should probably do it at 9 p.m. Don't you think that would be good? I mean, trust me, obviously 9 a.m. is infinitely more convenient for me, but I can stay up one night until friggin' 10:30. This is nothing.
Oh, look at you all grown up staying out late.
Oh, what a good puppy.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with flexibility as far as doing it in the evenings and then doing it in the morning. I'm not set to any schedule. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Yeah, we don't have real jobs.
I will take a poll now that we've done this. I will take a poll in the next day or two, and I will say, did you like the live stream more at this time or that time? That won't really work because they're only going to answer what time zone they're in, of course.
Yeah, I mean again, here's what's crazy is, I mean, I've done them now, like in the mornings. I used to do them, and then I was like, oh well, I'll go over to Lumpini and I'll do it in the afternoon, and then I've done it here at like 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon, and I seem to get the same amount of people. It's just they're from different places. Like I get Australian guys. Like if I'm doing something in the middle of the afternoon here, the Australian guys are like, dude, what are you talking about? It's dinner time. Go for it. You know. Whereas
I had more concurrent viewers in the morning than I did this time.
Really? Well, how many? What do you have? You had like 150. What do you have? Like some 170? That's about the same.
I don't have that window. I don't even know where that window is to see that right now. Oh, wait a minute. Viewer active analytics. Current viewers 126. Click.
Yeah, you were getting, when we were in the morning, what were you doing? Like 150, 160?
We hit 200. I hit 200.
Concurrent.
Stream health is good. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. Wait.
Well, all I can see is you. I mean, but
no, there's a button on here to pimp out my t-shirts on this channel. This is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, you can do merch at 10,000. You don't have to wait till 30. Oh, so you know what's crazy? Because you know how like you just literally just turned memberships on, okay? And basically you have to have like 30,000 subs. I'm not saying these guys are doing anything wrong, but I got 2 friends that just turned on membership. They don't have 30,000 subs. And I'm going.
And I did, I couldn't do it. I didn't even have it.
No, I know. But don't you sell merch? I mean,
I sell merch.
Can you sell it? Can I buy it on your channel?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat window. So at the top of the chat, hey Robert.
Another winner.
Another Robert. Actually, you got me doing that. I can't do that. What is the best insurance for living in Thailand? Oh, excuse me. What is the best insurance for traveling Thailand? Can you answer this, Mike?
Yeah, I can. It depends where you're from. If you're from the United States, I highly recommend GeoBlue, GeoBlu. Just Google GeoBlue travel insurance. I have the Trekker plan, Trekker. If that's you're from the US. If you're from elsewhere, then Bupa is really good. Bupa.
Yeah.
And that's really good travel insurance. I have a link where you could like buy it, but that it's just easier for you to Google it if you want. Again, that's my opinion. I've used now. Here's the thing. So yeah, you buy insurance and you never use it. I've used my insurance. I've used my insurance. They have direct paid. I've walked into an emergency room in the Philippines, and they're like, "We won't take you," because I'm there with Gracie, my Filipino girlfriend. They figured we don't have any money, and Gracie's like, "No, he's American. He has insurance." They literally brought me to the most brand new room. I got excellent coverage. The cool thing about GeoBlue is they will direct pay hospitals. So you don't have any money. You don't have to do any reimbursement. Their customer service was amazing. I've called them at 3 a.m. Someone actually answers the phone. It's none of this like push all this nonsense. So trust me, they've been excellent to me. I have Bupa for Gracie because she is from the Philippines, and I believe it's used to be administered through the UK, but then they changed it. It might be administered through Denmark right now. But anyway, great
Kelly
policy.
says Travel Guard. Have you heard of Travel Guard?
Is that if you're a US person?
I don't know where Kelly's at right now, but anyway, but I know Bupa, and someone else agrees with Bupa. But
Bupa's huge,
yeah, Bupa is very huge, and Bupa over here actually will subcontract it out to local companies here. They don't really do it here in Thailand.
Yeah. So here I have Pacific Cross, which used to be kind of a member of Blue Cross, but they've gone away from that. And they direct bill too. I went down the street, which I didn't realize at the time. I had lunch with a buddy of mine who's lived here for like 5-6 years. I said, "Oh yeah, I went to this hospital," and they're like direct bill. He goes, "Dude, that is the second most expensive hospital in all of Bangkok." And I said, "Okay, what's the first one?" Bumrungrad. Shocker.
Bumrungrad, yeah. That's where I took Anne, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, well, damn, come on, the quality is excellent. Now it's arguably a little bit overpriced. I mean, Semajev might be, good too. I mean, it's kind of a Japanese hospital, but I mean, look, the bottom line is that you want to get insurance. You can do whatever you want. I want to get insurance where all I have to do is walk into the building and give them the card and say, "Fix me." I don't want to pay any money. I don't want to have a discussion. I just want you to just make it. You find as many doctors as you can that are, got trained at Harvard or whatever. Just bring them in here and fix me. And that's worked out really, really well for me.
I have noticed that you and I should write down what we should talk about before we do this, because
So I don't disagree with that. I mean, I'm glad we started off with a topic. What I would like to figure out is how we can pay more attention to the comments, because just in the few comments,
which we are,
but there's also a bunch that we've missed. Okay. And I don't know how to best do that. I think everyone's pretty patient, and I really appreciate that, you guys. But like just in the interaction we've done now, I mean, what have we answered? Like just 3 or 4 questions. But I think that's the topic in my mind, is what the people want to ask us about. Because I had no intention of talking about insurance tonight, but that's important.
And both of it, you have the capability to make polls now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so do I. So we just take a poll. What would you like to talk about?
Okay, okay, but that there's no input. You have to have like 3 or 4 choices.
Well, so we give them 3 or 4 choices, because you can't ask your wife. Have you been married?
Very good reason I'm not married, dude. You know why?
What would you like to eat? Oh, I don't care. Whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you right now. That's another awesome thing about dating a Filipina or dating a Thai.
You don't know what they want.
No, but okay. It depends who you're with. You're right. But I will tell you, let's say from a Filipina perspective, if I ask Gracie, okay, well, what do you want to eat? Her immediate thought isn't like to answer me. She's like, "You don't have a plan?" Like, she expects me to have a direction and a plan. And that's not the first Filipina that I've found that. They like, "Look, you're the man. You are supposed to have a plan. You are supposed to give a solution for this. I will give my input." But if you come to me and say, "Oh, what do you want to do today?" They're like, "What?" Like, I'm just going to follow you around, like not around, you know what I mean? But they expect like the guy to have and I was like, well, that's kind of refreshing.
Well, yeah, and that's what going back to what I said earlier is just about Southeast Asia being more like the 50s in
Yes.
America. Not 100%. I don't agree with everything from the 50s in America, but the man was the
Breadwinner.
man. The man had decisions to be made, what he wanted to do, and the women enjoyed. I have to be careful the way I say that, but the women enjoyed taking care of their man as the man took care of the family or the women.
They just did it in a different way.
It's just yes, and I'm not saying that the man should make all the decisions, but it just like what you said. When you ask them, where do you want to eat or what do you want to eat? She just assumed that you would just let her know where you're thinking about eating that night or something.
Here's the thing that kind of disappoints me, actually. The fact, I mean, I understand why you were like, okay, let me clarify, let me make sure you guys aren't misinterpreting it or whatever, which is horrible. You shouldn't have to do that. People should know you enough, for God's sake, to know you. But the point is that I think that we default into that because there's this preconceived notion when we make statements like that. It's almost like, well, I'm just making excuses because I'm going to beat my girlfriend, or I'm going to treat her disrespectfully, or I'm going to act with no integrity. It's like, no, like I just absolutely not. And so that's the thing that I think has really become sad, because it's like the minute you start talking this way, it's as if you're totally disrespect. I mean, I get that, like, I joke around even saying things like, oh yeah, barefoot pregnant in the kitchen, right? I mean, but that's ridiculous. But you know what's funny when you say about the 50s? So my mom flies out to California and, you know, she's hanging out with me. And at the time there was this friend of mine, Thai girl. She was a girl that was in Thailand, moved to the United States. She was there for about probably less than a year, but her English was pretty good, Tanya. So we were hanging out. And so, and then she saw me with one of my girlfriends. And she was like, well, Michael, that's just the way that your father and I are. Like, you know, the guy, he has a job, there's some money, and then she does these things. And it's not, I'm not like beating her, like, okay, you know, if you the wicked witch of the West, if you don't like put your, you know, if you don't clean the floors or whatever. It's just like different roles, and it's pretty refreshing, man. One of my guys just said, I'm blurry and in the dark. Shine some light on you, which is kind of weird.
No. You're the same as we started on my screen.
Sure. Okay.
I'm positive. Yeah, I would be the first one to tell you if something went wrong.
All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing any jitter for me. So anyway,
the one thing I was going to say was the girlfriends that I have over here, if they see me buy something at the store and they watch to see what I like. Example, I like corn. I like vegetables. Mm-hmm. So I'll go to the market and I'll get corn on the cob and I'll get cauliflower and broccoli. These are the little things I like. And one time she saw me buy a frickin' sandwich at 7-Eleven. So anytime that she would go out, when she came home, guess what she had?
Bought you a sandwich.
Corn on the cob, a sandwich from 7-Eleven, and broccoli and cauliflower. I mean, she goes, because you like it. I said, what? I'm not even hungry. She goes, but you like it.
Bought it one time, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. It is awesome, and it's just it's priceless, which is why I don't ever see me going back to the States. I mean, 100% permanently. I just don't see it. You know. Hold on.
You got some K, Shola?
Roland is in the house. Roland has said, oh, wait a minute. Not only Roland has signed up to be an expat level, but we also have Paul Britt at a $10 super chat. Buy some emergency Leo, Rob.
The guys every time that I'm dark and you tell me I have a Cali tan. Guys, I was outside for like 4 hours the other day walking around Lumpini. I am absolutely tan. See? Look at that. Rob, unfortunately, is got the whiteness of a lizard, the lizard's belly. My wife makes that. How many did you buy?
I have the plan for tomorrow.
If you guys know anything about me, you know that like I was just gonna say, if you guys know anything about me, you know that 24 beers is a ridiculously low volume of alcohol. But I get it.
Yeah, well, not all of us have superpowers like you.
No, actually, it's called a disease.
Yeah, well, at least you figured it out and broke it, and now it doesn't harm you anymore.
Man, I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. Imagine at 24 years old.
You wouldn't be alive right now.
No, I'd be dead. My goal, not just like what I figured my goal was to die before I was 30.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's creepy because mine was too,
Yeah.
but that was
What?
because and I don't want to get into this right now. We'll talk about this later. I had such a bad
Psychologist. Yeah. Okay.
I had such a bad childhood that I just did it wasn't worth it. No.
Dude.
But no, look at me now. No.
Oh, I get it. Trust me. I mean, hitting rock bottom was pretty awesome because there is nothing bad in my life ever.
Right.
So,
And now you and I, the Mike and Rob morning show, bald guy show, whatever.
the only morning show that happens in the evening.
At least I think, and this is what you and I would enjoy focusing on this, was how you can come from absolute nothing and have the best life at 52. Because that's where we're at right now. We don't know about 53, but 52 is pretty good.
And I'm living the dream. And I'll tell you something. I've often thought, because of course I've been, like you probably, oh my God, Rob's always happy, or like Mike's always wearing these rose-colored glasses. He doesn't have, and that was a pretty good one. Rob, this guy RL, I think he's from your channel too, RL Days, which is Rob, put their heads together and make an ass out of themselves because of the two.
That's great.
That's pretty. But I often wonder, like, is it a requirement? Is it a requirement to hit bottom to be that? How am I going to make us serious? For the love of God! All right, Rob's starting to play with dolls. I think the show's over.
No. But you said that the guy was saying we'd make a good butt, so I gave him the squirrel eye. Yeah, I'm like, hey man, you want to talk about my boss? You want to talk about my boss? Yeah.
Oh my God, it just goes downhill from here, guys. I swear, it doesn't get any better. We need to start doing live talk shows. We need to do a call in. We need to get people to call in somehow.
Oh hell no.
We need an 8-second delay so we can beep, get that guy out of there. Yeah.
Well, definitely would have to have the dump button for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot about the dump button. Yeah, I tell you what, you can get really strategic with that and then cut out the audio. Yeah, I remember doing.
What did you have? I think we had 8 seconds.
Yeah, we had an 8-second delay.
Yeah.
Digital. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, dude. Well, this has been just awesome. I think we should definitely call it tonight. I think this was wildly successful. I never seem to get any sort of negative feedback from my guys. Hopefully you didn't get any negative feedback. I think the people that don't like your live streams just simply don't show up, which is, disappointing, but I'm glad they don't.
I don't see. I'm looking right now to see how many people did a little thumbs down. No, I don't see it.
That's
your channel, so yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, if people didn't like it, then I would submit that they would either like really start chastising us or they would bail. And like I've always said to my guys, I mean, look, one of the reasons I do this is because you guys keep me alive. I mean, it's awesome, man. I love the energy. So,
and I've got moderators in the house, so everything's good. Everything's fine. Everyone's been very polite tonight. It's been a really, really nice chat.
One of my guys says, "Oh, you want negative feedback?"
No.
No, I've told my guys. I mean, I swear, I don't think I really need moderators. I just think that the guys that seem to chat in my thing, they just wouldn't tolerate it. In fact, I even got a message from someone afterwards. They're like, "Yeah, you got to remove that guy. He was saying bad things about you." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, an opinion. Here's what I told my moderators: if someone has an opinion, that's fine. I don't care if it's a negative opinion. It's fine. But if it starts with hate speech or promoting another channel or degrading my channel, you got to go after. Those people don't need to be here.
What is that noise in the background? Is that saying F me?
That's the gecko. That's the FU gecko. That's the big ones. The geckos that are this big.
I want to hear it.
Those geckos.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear you. I want to hear it.
Oh, it's done. It only does it like 6 times and it stops. It's their little mating call thing. So I gotta go.
Okay.
For those of you that watch this for an hour and 49 minutes, that's what you're going to get left with.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you just joined the broadcast, Rob has this thing for lizards.
Oh, it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's just the Leo talking and the big can of Coca-Cola that I had. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, guys, thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad that you came here. I'm glad that we're doing this together with Rob. So what do you think, dude? Once a week?
Absolutely.
Twice a week? Because we did it Sunday and now it's Thursday. Should we do it twice a week? That's the poll. That's the poll. Once a week or twice a week.
Okay, I'll do that because the first one I said that I polled, I said, how often do you want them? And they said every now and then. But I wasn't specific. So it was just every now and then.
I'm fine with it.
I'll say once a week or twice a week. And we'll just go from that. Because most of my guys like, can we just have a normal video, Rob? We just really would like you to go back on the street.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, yeah. That's why they fell in love with you. All right, folks. Thank you very much. It's Mike's from livemyassoff.com and Rob from
20 Seconds in Thailand.
Thailand Rob.
Thailand Rob. I just want to say thank you. Good night, everybody. And we're going to sign off in 5, 4. No,
do it.
5, 4, 3, 2. Bye.